All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Right now, I just want to share with you just some basic fishing knots that you will use probably 99% of the time. Okay, these are knots that I've used in California. I've used them all across the western states and the eastern United States, Alaska, you name it. This is what I use. All right, so this stuff here, by the way, this is what I use for, sometimes I tie this between my float line and then my tippet on my fly rod. And it works as a really good kind of indicator. You can see a lot what's going on, lets you see where your line's enter in the water when you're fishing streamers and things. But this is amnesia line. And this is just 20-pound test. But you can see this has been sitting in a hot garage for a while now, and it has almost no memory. You get out there, you get a little tension on it. Look at that. Straightens right up. Stuff's amazing. All right. Okay, it's just a monofilament, but I'm going to show you guys some of the knots that I tie. So the first knot that I want to show you, this is my go-to knot. Okay, this is called a trilene knot. And so for this one here, on the trilene knot, it's super simple, especially whenever you are tying something small like flies or, you can't really see due to conditions or something. This is like my go-to, or like when my fingers are super frozen. So you just go in the first time, come back around, go back in the same direction in that hole that you did the first time, right? And then I stick my thumb right here. And now I can hang on to this. It works if I have gloves on, you name it, right? Maybe you don't have your readers on you. All you got to do is get in the hole and then you're good to go, right? And then I wrap it here, right? Lucky number 7. You can do it however many times you want. I haven't even been counting on this one. I think I did 6, but you can count, go back and let me know how many I did. All right. I get my thumb out of there. Now, using that loop that I created at the very beginning, there it is. I take this end, go through it, right? And then get a little lubricant, spit, water if you don't want to do that. All right, and then it'll just pull tight. All right, and then I usually bite this end right here, pull it down. You can't see that because it's in my mouth, but there you go. Very nice knot. Okay, tightens it on itself. Right? I don't know what the knot strength is on something like that. I think it's around 70%. But it's just a good basic knot. You can cut it down pretty much all the way and it won't pull in on itself. All right, trilene knot. All right, so this next knot, people will argue with you that it is one of the best knots in the world. They might even argue that it is the best knot in the world. So this one here is called a Palomar knot. So the Palomar knot, the way that it works here is you fold it over, right? You go through, and this one's super simple because it's just a basic overhand knot, right? I'm actually tying this one backwards, but you'll get the point. So you just tie your overhand knot, right? And you just do it one more time through here. Just, all right? And then I just take this and run the hook through it. And then I pull it down. And the cool thing about the Palomar knot, and I didn't lubricate it or anything, but the Palomar knot, it has upwards of 80 to 90% knot strength, which is really amazing for a knot. Okay, but you see how that looks? It's a really cool looking knot. All right. There you go. All right, so for this next knot, this is just the last one that I'm going to show you, because this is really all you need for a fun time out on the water. Let's say that I'm running a weight, you know, down on this end. Okay, so I've got a weight over here, and I want to run my hook somewhere in the middle. Or let's say I wanted to tie on multiple hooks, but I want them on my line. This is really cool, really good for like a wacky rig. All right, so with this one here, you want to make sure that you know which end is your weight end and which end is going to be your main line, because you want your hook to be facing in the right direction. If I did it like this here, right, then my hook is going to be facing my line. If I do it like this here, right, especially if I'm doing a wacky rig, right, if I did it in this direction here, like that, now when I pull it, and if you don't know what a wacky rig is, you can look that up. A wacky rig is just whenever you basically have a hook midline like this, and you run your worm just straight up sideways on it. And it's really hard to tie this left-handed under a camera. All right, so this would be your line like that, and then you would run the worm broadside, and then you just jiggle it, right? Your weight's down here, and so when you jiggle it, it just does that, and it makes it flop all around, drives the fish nuts. All right, so now that I have this, hopefully in my right direction, because I let go of it. All right, tie my overhand knot, just like a Palomar one more time. Run my hook in here, and you gotta make sure that you're going in the right direction with it. So, trace this out over here. It's a lot easier whenever you got weight on a line. All right, but here you go. Oh, right in my finger. Do that more times than you hope to. There we go. I got it on there sideways. There we go. And if I did, for some reason, have this on there, like, it's a sharp hook. If I had this on there for some reason, and it was upside down, let's say it was facing the other direction, you basically just pull this knot back off, twist your hook, put the knot back on, and then tighten it back down, and it'll turn your hook in the right direction. All right, so now, right, this would be my wacky rig. I can go to town. Okay, that's it. Those are my 2 knots. I showed you how to tie a Palomar knot, either with a hook on the end of the line or with a hook in the midline. Stay tuned. I will do some other videos on some different knots that I tie, either fishing or just general purpose. I mean, knots are they're always handy. You can't go wrong learning knots in your pastime. But why don't we use the fisherman's knot anymore? The fisherman's knot was so cool. This is actually the first knot that I learned how to tie when I was fishing as a kid. And don't worry, it will be the knot that I teach my kids how to tie. All right? Still works. It's a good knot. Right? Got me into the sport. It also makes you angry when that knot slips. Still a beaut. All right, so there it is. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you liked watching me stab my thumb, make sure you hit the subscribe, because I'm sure that will happen more in the future. Or if you haven't done so yet, hit the subscribe. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And again, stay tuned in the future, because I will be doing other knot videos. And I will also be showing you these knots put to use through some fishing. All right. Till next time. Catch you on the next video.